You are listening to the Retina UK Talking Tech Peer Support Group, sponsored by EMVI, your AI Visual Assistant. This meeting was recorded on Thursday, the 15th of May 2025.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our latest Talking Tech peer support group from Retina UK. My name is Mark Baxter. I am the Information and Support Coordinator, and to my right, I have Caroline, who will be supporting with the comms. It's a great pleasure to have you all with us this evening. We have a fantastic meeting lined up, and we are pleased to be joined by the team of EMVI, who are our new Talking Tech sponsors. So thank you very much for them for joining us, and I will be passing over to them shortly. Our talking series is growing. We now have full talking series peer support groups of the Talking Tech. We have Talking Travel, we have Talking Home and Garden, and we will be launching our Talking Creative Arts at the end of the month. And we will be launching more Talking Focused Interest peer support groups from Retina UK in the not too distant future. So please stay tuned, and please register for any of the groups that you feel that you might be interested in, as they have got some fantastic information coming your way. So thanks again for joining us on this Thursday evening. I'm now going to pass over to our new Talking Tech sponsors, Henri and Hailey from EMVI, to talk about this fantastic smart assistant app. Over to you guys, and thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for the kind introductions. Perhaps we can start with introducing ourselves. So Hailey, take it away.
Yes, thanks. So my name is Hailey. I've studied occupational therapy, and I work at MV as a sales rep. And I'm here with Ori.
Yeah, good evening to you all. My name is Henry. I'm the co-founder of MV. I'm also the CEO. Maybe a little bit about myself. I have a background in biomedical sciences. I have a PhD in biomedical engineering and biomedical sciences. I've always been interested in using technology to reach better patient outcomes. And when I was doing my PhD, I had a specific focus on computer vision and machine learning. At that time, AI was still called machine learning. When I met Lorenzo, who is the other co-founder of MV, we actually put our expertise together because Lorenzo has a PhD in quality of life in people with visual impairments. And from the start, we knew that we could make something, we could build something, that could be of meaning to the community. And so we put our expertise together, and MV was born. So we commercialized our product, which is an AI visual assistant, as you may or may not know them. I think it was early September last year, and it was actually the result from I think a year and a half of development, where we developed MV with our target users. We have a focus group of about 130 visually impaired people. We have blind users, we have low vision users, and we tried to build something, that was covering the needs of everyone, and that was intuitive in use, that was user friendly, and that, as I said, that really catered to the needs of those that we wanted to help out. So we built MV as an accessibility tool, where we try to make AI as accessible as possible, and where when people use our app, they feel empowered. It can be throughout the day, during leisure activities, while visiting a museum, while traveling, while while being at their jobs, or at school. It should be a tool that you can just take out of your pocket and use. So MV is, as I mentioned, a mobile application that works on your smartphone and tablets. It is available on iPhone and so on iOS and Android. So both platforms are supported. Once you've downloaded MV, you will see that you have a very smooth login where you can log in through your own proprietary email address and username, or you can choose to log in with your Google or Apple account, making it very very smooth and very user friendly to create an account. Once your account is set up, you have a 2 weeks free trial that opens up all the features of the app. Right. Hailey will give you a demonstration in just a few minutes. I just want to touch upon a few things, just very, very generally. MV has been built, starting from a very complex user interface. We downsized it to a user interface that is as simple as it gets. Your the screen of your phone becomes a menu structure where you can swipe from left to right, where you will see that you have 4 main functions. Each function opens up a whole set of AI features, right? I'll start with the photo function. Once you tap the photo function, so within your screen, you'll have a big blue button. Once you tap the button, photo function opens. You will be allowed to take a picture from your phone's camera, from the back of your phone, and this will be fully automated. And photo function is mainly used, to describe whatever is happening in front of you. And so once the picture is taken, it's analyzed with AI, and you're always conveyed back as a user to a speech input page, because we use the speech input page to create a conversation with the AI assistant, right? So once your picture is taken, you're conveyed back to that page. You tap the blue microphone in the middle of the page, and you are able to put in a request, like ask a question. For instance, I would take a picture of what's happening in front of me, and I could ask the AI, tell me, is there anything in front of me on my path? I'm looking for my my remote control. I'm looking for this item, that item, describe whatever scene I'm looking at. All these things will be interpreted with the AI, and an audio description would follow, right? What makes it very typical to MV is that the audio description that results based on your request, but also on what is visible on the image, is very, very immersive. Means that we create kind of a context, right, where the picture is taken. We create a context. We try to pick up on emotions, on atmospheres. We try to also to tweak OpenAI, because we are using large language models such as OpenAI, where we tweak their model, and we make it smarter so that the response that is created is useful and meaningful to people with a visual impairment. So that's basically how it works. This is for the photo function, which is mainly used for just more broad and general scene descriptions. Also, people tend to use it, to find their way inside buildings, find doors, find exits, get a sense of how a floor plans looks like. I had a talk with a user this morning that uses it in the tube in London, where it takes a picture of the map, and asks, so I'm at Piccadilly Circus and I need to go to Westminster, and could you tell me which line should I take and how many stops, and these things are well, let's say fairly easy things to pick up on with the AI, and that could be very useful throughout the day. The next function that you will encounter will be reading function, which gives you the possibility to access all the AI features in terms of text analysis. So you can read out a text using OCR, which is technical reading, but you can also count on the comprehensive reading part, which means that you can interact with your printed document in front of you and ask questions like, who is the main character in the story, or summarize this text, translate the text, and you will have a simultaneous translation. Or imagine you're in a restaurant and you take a picture of the menu card, right? It starts reading the menu and it goes from appetizers to desserts, but you're not interested in appetizers. You just want to go straight to the desserts and ask the AI assistant, tell me what are the desserts on this menu card, and what's the most expensive or the cheapest one. So you can really interact with documents and ask questions about what is of interest to you or what you're missing out on. The third function that I would like to touch on is the scan function, which is referred to as the most user-friendly and most fully automated scan function, scanner in the market, where you would fairly easily pick up on a barcode or a QR code, and you would be able to access the information that's behind the code, and it would be conveyed back to you in audio. Right, making sure that you get all the information you need about a product that you just scanned while shopping, or scanning QR code when you enter a building. It would give you all the information that lies behind it in a summarized way, let's say. So then there's the speech input page that you can use just to ask very general questions, or more knowledge function questions, or encyclopedia kind of way, a kind of an encyclopedia. And again, you can really enjoy an interaction, a human-like interaction with your AI, making your conversation, enriching your conversation. So that's where the app is today. We are now, so since September, we've launched it in 45 countries. We have about 2,000 downloads a month. So we're rapidly growing. We're a rapidly growing community. We do keep on updating the app. I think we update it 3-4 times a week now with the feedback that we're getting from the users. So thank you for those of you that are supplying us the feedback we need, to grow MV to that next level of a product. And so as you can see, MV was built by users for users, and is not merely a recipe of the engineering team. So thank you for those of you that already provided us with some feedback. Maybe a little bit about our future, and then Hailey can take it away with some demos. We're working towards navigation as well, where we are working towards an obstacle detection system that would allow you to dynamically walk through an indoor or outdoor setting, preventing you from bumping into obstacles or falling downstairs, or walking into pools. So making sure you stay on a safe path. And again, there's also a navigational part where we are working on a GPS routing system that will get you from A to B in the safest and most suitable through the most suitable path and roads leading to your destination. So I think that's it for me. I'll gladly hand over the microphone to Hailey. I wanted to thank you guys again for inviting us. It's an honor to be a sponsor. It's nice to see that knowledge is being shared, and with MV, our main goal is to create impact, and I always love to mention our strategy, because our strategy is to bring connection, independence, and joy into people's lives. And I do think that initiatives such as yours do contribute to that end. So congratulations on your efforts, and thank you for having us tonight.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
for your introduction, Ori. So I would like to walk you guys through the MV application itself. Mark, may I ask to have permission to share my screen?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, please do.
Yes, okay. Okay. So you guys should be able to see the screen now.
Yes.
Is it visible?
Yes.
Yes, okay, great. So whenever you open the MV application, the first thing that pops up is the camera function. That's the first page, which you can use to capture anything that you would like. Whenever you tap on the huge button in the middle of the screen, the camera of your own phone opens immediately, and within 3 seconds there will be a picture taken. After a picture is taken, you will be directly sent to the last page, the speech input page, where you can give an instruction and ask a question to the MV application, such as what am I looking at, and MV will give you a description of the MV of what's visible. After hearing the explanation that the AI model has generated, you can ask follow-up questions such as what color are my shoes, or what type of what type of material are my shoes. You can go on in a conversation with your AI visual assistant. So the first page shows the camera function, as already told you guys. The second page is the reading function, which symbols a reading picture in the middle of the screen. The second, so the second page you can use to read text aloud. So whenever you capture text, you just press on the middle of your screen, tap the screen function. It opens immediately the camera of your phone, and within 3 seconds it will take a picture. So whenever you have a text in front of you, you just use the reading function, and it will read out text from the beginning to the end, from A to Z, and it will read it aloud. After ending it, you can ask follow-up questions. You can ask to summarize it, to translate it whenever you're in a different country, for example. It's yeah, it reads written text whenever it's in a capital written, and if it's written, and if the picture is taken closely enough, and if the picture is sharp. The third page is the scanning function, and the scanning function, you can use the scanning function to scan products, to scan any QR or barcodes. It works immediately fast. Whenever you open the scanning function, it searches after a QR or barcode, and in a very short of time, it will capture the code and it will immediately provide you with the information behind the code.
The web page for Flanders Investment and Trade Services, the welcome portal for businesses and individuals interested in investing in Flanders, a region in Belgium. Its main purpose is to facilitate.
Okay, so you guys probably heard it double, but it's yeah. As you noticed, it's immediately provided you guys with the information behind the code. It works very fast, and yeah, people like to use it, especially when they are shopping for groceries, or when they are in their kitchen picking up a product. It's a very quick way just to know what product that you have in your hands. Okay, the last page is the speech input page. The speech input page, you can use this feature to ask anything that's on the internet. So you do not have to take a picture before asking MV. You can basically just start a conversation without taking a picture. For example, I could ask, who is Napoleon Bonaparte, and he will give me answers about him based on the question that I asked. So on the first page, you also have a settings button. Whenever you tap on the settings button, you can you have the following: your account details, the theme, which you can choose yourself. You can choose to have a dark mode, device settings, or light mode if you would like. People who are using VoiceOver or TalkBack can put this on, so you do not hear anything double whenever you are navigating through the phone. There's also a tutorial you just to learn how to use the application, and this is also visible whenever you download the MV app and make an account. You can also change this speech speed. Some people like to have a very fast talking pace. Others like to have
EMVI speech speed.
To have the speech talk slower. And yeah, that's about it. I would like to give you guys little demonstrations of the MV app, and for that I'll just stop sharing so you guys don't hear anything double. Okay, so whenever I open the MV application, the first page is the camera function, and with the camera function you can basically take a picture of anything, which I'll do. I'll just take a picture of my PC and ask MV what he sees.
3, 2, 3, 1, 2. Photo captured. How can I help you with this image? Photo captured. How can I help you with this image?
What do you see? So now it
shows a laptop with a video conference call in progress. The main part of the screen features the text whose iPhone on a dark background, indicating that the participant's video is off. There are several small video thumbnails at the top showing other participants in their environments, while the laptop keyboard is visible below. The scene is neutral and professional.
Okay. I didn't know. I don't know if you guys understand something out of that, but yeah, it's
EMVI speech
it's
speed.
it's basically
EMVI
just to
speech
describe
speed.
whatever the picture was about. Okay, to give you guys an example of the second page, which is the reading page, you just take a picture of anything. I'll take a picture of this flyer that I have in my hands.
3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. With the support of Flanders Investment. With the support of Flanders Investment and Trade.
Yes. So it's, and we read it read out aloud the beginning from the beginning to the end, just everything that's in the flyer. Whenever you have a question about it, you can now you can ask MV about it just by tapping on the camera on the microphone symbol. What is the Flanders state of the art?
Flanders state of the art is a slogan. Flanders state of the art is a slogan used to promote Flanders, a region in Belgium, highlighting its innovation, creativity, and excellence in various fields such as technology, arts, and business.
Yes. Okay. So I just asked a follow-up question and we answered it perfectly. Then we also have the scanning function, which I demonstrated already. And the last page is the speech input page, which I can tap on and ask a question. I'll use this without taking a picture. Who is Napoleon?
Napoleon Bonaparte was a French military leader and emperor who rose to prominence during the French Revolution. He became emperor of the French in 1804 and is known for his role in the Napoleonic Wars, where he significantly expanded the French Empire across Europe. Napoleon is a well-known historical figure for his legal reforms, notably the Napoleonic Code, which influenced many legal systems worldwide.
Yeah, which is correct. Now I can also ask follow-up questions just by tapping again at on the microphone. Where did he die?
Napoleon Bonaparte died on the island of St. Helena in the South Atlantic Ocean on May 5, 1821.
Yes. Okay. So that's very briefly on a short walkthrough on how to use the MV application. I hope it was clearly enough for you guys to understand on how the MV options works. If you guys need anything else, we also have a podcast channel that's walk you through the different features of the MV application. We also have a YouTube channel with a different playlist of different videos on the MV app itself, the different functions, and some examples on how to use it. So that was it for the demonstration part.
Thank
And
you very much. No, that's brilliant.
Yes.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions for Haile and or Omri regarding the EMVI app?
I've got a question, Mark.
Yeah, Steve. Right, Steve.
Hiya. When the speech was coming through, it was coming through doubled. It started saying what was on his screen, and then it started saying it again, and it was sort of like a double speech.
Yeah.
Is that just because it's over the internet?
Yeah, no, it's because probably the app was still connected via an interface allowing you to look into the phone. So it was actually double because it was logged in twice. So you don't get to hear things double. So it's normally it's just one voice.
I think that's a Zoom thing, Steve.
Yeah.
It's not the app that's got an echo behind it. I think it's a
Mhm.
Zoom thing. So yeah, we got that feedback on our end as well.
Mhm.
John's got his hand up.
John's got his hand up. Thanks, Steve, for your question.
Hello, hi everyone. Thank you for an informative presentation. That was very nice. Thank you. I've got a couple of questions.
Okay.
So the first one was, you said there was a 2-week free trial.
Yes.
So after that, is it a one-off payment or a subscription? How does it work?
Yes, you have multiple options. So there's definitely the 2 weeks free trial for you to try the app. After the 2 weeks free trial, there's a request to subscribe to a monthly or a yearly subscription, which is set at £5 or £50 a year, like a monthly £5, £50 a year, or there's a one-time purchase that is set at today at £200. We just launched the one-time purchase, and as a matter of launch, let's say discount, we put it to £100, £200, but it will be set at 300 shortly after summer break begins.
Okay, thank you. My other question was the scanner reading barcodes.
Yes.
Can it read any barcode from any product, from any company and any brand? Or is it restricted to certain types?
Yes. So we're restricted, definitely. So we have a database of about 1.2 million products. So it would be bold to say that we can read all products. That's definitely not the case. We are building our database, though, and growing it steadily. But we can't read all the products. I would say when it comes to food and beverage, we do fairly well in our class. So I think most of the products that you'll find in your typical grocery store or supermarket, you will be able to scan them and get your information back. Yeah.
Okay, and could it scan from a reasonable distance, or how close do you need to be?
Yes, we've tested that, and for barcodes, like you have the general barcode size on the products, which are quite similar throughout the products. You can scan them easily from a meter and a half distance, so it's quite good. Yes.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks very much for your questions. Does anyone else have any questions for the MV?
Yes.
Yep.
Sue.
No worries, Sue. Go on, far away.
There. I was just saying, because like visually, I think the big white button is very clear.
Mm-hmm.
But the little images that you have on the buttons, I think they could be better contrast.
Yes.
For me personally, that is.
Yeah.
So I have a bit of vision, but it's a bit fuzzy. But they would show up a lot better if they were darker.
Yeah, so that's the feedback that we received, but it's actually a little bit mixed, the feedback that we're getting on that one. Mm-hmm. Colors and formats, and especially when it comes to creating contrast, mm-hmm. is experienced very differently throughout the community. So what we've done to meet that feedback is two things. We've put haptics on it, so it vibrates 1 time for photo function, 2 times for reading function, 3 times for scanning, and speech input pages for rapid buzzes. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing. And the other thing is that if your voiceover talkback mm-hmm. is not activated because you're not a user, talkback or voiceover user, it speaks out the page you're on as well. Yes, to guide you through the app. Yes, mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Is it very different to seeing AI?
Well,
or is it because it's more interactive?
it's mainly three things, Sue. So we get that question a lot. People compare us to Seeing AI because Seeing AI is a little bit referred to as the state of the art, right? So let me set some differences with MV. So first thing is we're a paid app. So we ask a subscription where Seeing AI is for free. The reason for that is that we keep your data safe. We do not share your data or resell your data. It means that when you are using the app and you take a picture of, let's say, your bank account notes, OpenAI or Meta or Google will not be able to know how much money you have in your account. Do not be misled when you use other AI visual assistants that are for free. These companies have other business models, right? So we don't find it ethical. So from the get-go, we decided to have a subscription-based plan, which allows us to cover our costs and still grow.
Oh, that we just think I think he's just dropped out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perhaps his phone.
Yeah.
Is,
are you okay to continue what he was saying about the business models?
Yes. So we do not sell any data or save data. So any picture that has been taken by the MV application is not saved on your phone. There's also no option to save any picture or send any pictures to someone else. So that's not possible. Yeah, that makes it, we put highly value on the privacy of our users, because some users use the MV application to picture private information such as a document, and so we put lots of value on the privacy of our users. So that means we can't make any profit out of selling the data. And so
Is that
that's
true then? With Seeing AI, they can sell your information.
We won't speak for Seeing AI.
Yeah,
but we'll say that nothing's for free in this world.
It's going to put you off using anything then,
exactly.
doesn't it? To be honest.
Well, I can only speak for us, that's how we operate, and we do not wish to become a data company. And I do think that, we try to be as reasonable as it gets in terms of pricing plans. Another thing that sets us apart is our user interface, as I mentioned. It's not our opinion, but it's the opinion of users, and we've done a fair amount of research on that one, and people are telling us our interface is much easier to use, right? So I'll have you guys decide on that one, but that's what being brought back to us, to our attention. And then lastly, the way that we compute information, the way we create audio descriptions is very different from other visual assistants. So we have context generators, which means that the picture that you take, which is sent over to the large language model, to the AI, is fed with information, very, very nuanced information. So the information that is being analyzed is not just the picture. It's so much more. So we have proprietary models that will analyze the picture before it's analyzed with the AI, right? So it gives the AI, your super intelligence, more material to work with to create a response that would be meaningful, that would be helpful to you as a user. So does that make any sense to you, Sue?
Yeah.
All right. So these are three main differences. where I'm not saying that Seeing AI is not good. I think it's a very good product. They have good descriptions, but we're fairly different, I think. Yes.
No, thanks. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your questions. Does anyone else have any other questions at all? No. I've just got one quick question in regards to the speech input. You say that you can't share anything to friends, family, or other mobile devices.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the same if you say, for example, you ask the speech input a question to do something and you think, I really like that information, but
Yeah.
I want to save it or copy and paste it and, you know, put it into a text message or, you know, something that you're working on, for example.
Yeah.
Can you save that information?
That's a very good one, Mark. We're working now on certain commands that will enable you to perform actions through your speech input page, right? You already have some commands set, such as very basic ones, such as take a picture or open up a reading function that would enable you to access the app just via speech, right? However, creating an action that would result in a let's say copy paste of your text to a clipboard, that's something that is not implemented in the app yet. However, I think very shortly we will be able to launch that one as well. I do believe that sharing information with others is something that we should look into. And this is feedback that we received many times. So in terms of sharing, the first step that we've made there is we're integrated with WhatsApp, meaning, and with Messenger as well, and with your camera roll or film roll on your phone, right? Where you can have a picture that's sent over to you described with MV, right? You're in a WhatsApp group, you get a picture, you're not able to access it because you don't have the visual capacity to analyze the picture. You can send it over to MV and you get your description going on. So that's one thing. Yeah.
That's brilliant. Thank you very, very much. I'm just looking at the time.
Yes.
If everybody is happy, I've got a little bit of information I'd like to share with you all. I'm happy to run over 8 o'clock, but if people do need to run at 8, as I said at the beginning, you know, we will be sharing the audio recording on our YouTube channel. So anything that you do miss, you know, you will be captured and it will be sent in follow-up email with all the information from EMVI and the payment plans and everything that you would need to know on how to get started with this fantastic AI assistive app. But thank you very, very much, guys, for not only giving such an amazing presentation, but being our new tech sponsors for our Talking Tech peer support group at Retina UK. It's an honor to have you working alongside us. And if anybody has any questions, the team at EMVI will be joining us at our annual conference in London on September 20th. For more information, please visit our website or keep your eye out for the follow-up email because more information will be available in that regarding our 2025 annual conference. So thanks very much, guys. You're more than welcome.
Thank you very much.
But if you've got things to do, then please feel free to shoot. So
I'll jump off, but thank you anyway, and hope to meet you in person on the 23rd of September.
No worries. You take care. Thanks.
Right. Take care. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Bye. Thank you. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Mark, for having us.
Yeah,
Bye.
no worries. No, but if everybody's happy to stay on, so I've just got a few bits and pieces that I would love to share with you. The first piece of information that we gleaned from Facebook last night is the assistive updates that you will all be looking forward to very, very soon across the Apple iPhone and iPad. And what better assistive AI assistant to help us tell us what is going on? I'm going to pass over to Siri. So over to you, Siri, and tell us what we are looking for.
Apple is rolling out a powerful set of new accessibility features later this year, designed to enhance independence and access for users who are blind or have low vision. Here's what's coming. Accessibility nutrition labels are coming to the App Store. These labels will indicate which apps support features like voiceover, larger text, sufficient contrast, and more, allowing you to assess an app's accessibility before downloading it. Magnifier for Mac is finally here. This new app allows users with low vision to zoom in on their surroundings, using a Mac's built-in camera, a USB camera, or even an iPhone with continuity camera. You can customize brightness, contrast, filters, and more, and save views for later. Braille Access transforms your iPhone, iPad, Mac, or Apple Vision Pro into a fully featured Braille note taker. You can launch apps using Braille input, take notes, perform math using Nemeth code, and even open BRF files, just like on traditional Braille devices. Accessibility Reader is a new reading mode available across iPhone, iPad, Mac, and Apple Vision Pro. It gives users extensive control over text appearance, including font spacing and color options, and even supports spoken content. Additionally, it is built into the Magnifier app for reading menus, books, and signs in the real world. Apple Vision Pro updates bring advanced magnification and real-time recognition tools to the device. With enhanced zoom and on-device AI, users can read documents, detect objects, and explore their environment hands-free with support from apps like Be My Eyes. Which of these updates are you most excited to try? Hashtag Apple Accessibility, hashtag Braille, hashtag Accessibility, hashtag Blind, hashtag Technology.
There you go. So they will be rolling out those new updates very, very soon. So yeah, keep an eye on keeping your iOS up to date. And if anybody does start using those accessibility features, please do share your feedback with us and the community of the Talking Tech group. That will be much appreciated. So the next piece of news that I have, for many of you that have purchased the Meta Ray-Ban smart glasses, we've got some good news from April 2025. Meta have announced that they have activated and will be rolling out the AI Meta features, which will allow you to ask Meta questions just by saying "Ask Meta," or by pressing the touchpad on the side of the glasses. This will allow you to do things such as live translations, scene descriptions, and also the look and see functions. And will open up more AI accessibility for these smart glasses. So for more information, jump onto Meta's website to see whether the updates are available, and also the Meta app as well, so you are experiencing and enjoying the full features that were restricted due to UK legislations when they were first rolled out. So they're now being rolled out across the UK and other European countries as well. So does that mean that people that have been putting off buying the Meta Ray-Ban smart glasses should jump out and go and buy them straight away? Hold right there, because I've actually found some more information from the team at Meta at what they are going to be rolling out towards the end of 2025. And joining us again to help us explain what Meta are up to with new generations of the Meta smart glasses, I'm going to hand over to my buddy Gemini with a little bit of information. So Gemini, what can we experience from the Generation 3 Meta smart glasses from Ray-Bans?
While details on the third generation of Meta Ray-Ban smart glasses are still emerging, here's a comprehensive overview of what we know so far, combining information from recent reports and Meta's announcements. Release date. Meta is reportedly targeting an October 2025 launch for their next generation smart glasses. Mark Zuckerberg himself has indicated that 2025 will be a defining year for Meta in the smart glasses category, suggesting a launch is highly likely. Key expected features and improvements. Built-in display. This is one of the most anticipated upgrades. Rumors suggest a single, small in-lens display in the right lens. This display is expected to show basic information like notifications and potentially a simple home screen with app icons, similar to Meta's Quest headsets. A second-generation model, Hypernova 2, with displays in both eyes, is speculated for around 2027. Improved camera. The current generation boasts a 12 megapixels camera. The Gen 3 model is expected to at least have an updated 12 megapixel sensor, with possibilities for higher resolution photos and video frame rates. Meta reportedly aims for image quality comparable to an iPhone 13, enhanced AI capabilities. Building on the existing Meta AI integration, the next generation is expected to offer even more advanced features. Current capabilities like live translation, now broadly available, object recognition, and remembering parked locations are likely to be improved and expanded. Neural wristband integration, rumored. There are speculations that Meta might launch the first version of its neural wristband alongside the Gen 3 glasses. This wristband, previously shown in prototype, could offer new ways to interact with the glasses and the digital world. Smarter controls. While the capacitive touch controls on the arms are expected to remain, the integration of hand tracking and eye tracking could introduce new, more intuitive ways to control the glasses. For instance, you might be able to interact with the glasses by simply glancing at something or using hand gestures. Improved audio. While the current generation already has decent audio, further improvements in loudness and bass are possible. Increased storage and processing power. Following the trend of previous upgrades, a boost in storage and a more powerful processor are expected. The current generation uses a Qualcomm Snapdragon AR1 Gen 1 processor. Whether this will be upgraded is still under speculation. Better battery life. Battery life has been a point of mixed reviews for the current generation, so improvements in this area would be a significant plus. Potential price. The next generation smart glasses are expected to be priced significantly higher than the current models, potentially exceeding $1,000. This suggests a more premium device with advanced capabilities. Context and background. The first generation of Meta's smart glasses, the Ray-Ban Stories, launched in 2021. The second generation, the Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses, followed in the fall of 2023. Meta has emphasized its long-term vision for smart glasses as a major technology platform and is collaborating with EssilorLuxottica to combine technology with fashionable designs. In summary, the third generation of Meta Ray-Ban smart glasses appears to be a significant step towards true augmented reality, with the highly anticipated addition of a built-in display, along with improvements in camera, AI, and potentially new control methods. While the price is expected to be higher, these advancements could position them as a more powerful and versatile wearable device.
So there you have it. So if you are looking for smart wearables, it may be worth to wait until the Meta smart glasses are available in the Gen 3 version. But wait just there. Samsung have also rumored that they are busy working on their own smart glasses, and they're called the Samsung XR smart glasses. And Gemini, what can you tell me about the Samsung XR smart glasses?
The Samsung XR smart glasses, currently under the codename Project HAEAN, are being developed as lightweight glasses that will compete with Meta's Ray-Ban smart glasses. Here's what we know so far. Features. Galaxy AI integration. Similar to Samsung's upcoming XR headset, Project Muhan, the smart glasses are expected to feature Galaxy AI, enhancing the user experience with AI-driven capabilities. Google's Gemini Eye model may also be incorporated. display on lenses. Unlike some other smart glasses, the Samsung XR glasses will reportedly have a built-in display capable of showing information and images directly on the lenses. Audio through frame. Sound will be transmitted through the frame of the glasses, eliminating the need for traditional earbuds. Multiple cameras and sensors. Leaks suggest the glasses will feature multiple cameras and sensors for gesture recognition, potentially facial recognition, and possibly even payment capabilities in QR code recognition. A 12-megapixel camera with a Sony IMX681 CMOS image sensor has been mentioned. No physical buttons. The glasses are expected to rely on cameras and sensors for recognizing movements, likely enabling gesture-based controls instead of physical buttons. Memory feature. A memory feature, demonstrated in a Google prototype, could allow the glasses to remember where you placed items, helping you find them later. Live translation. A live translation feature has been showcased, displaying translated words on the lenses in real time. Slim and lightweight design. The glasses are expected to be lightweight, around 50 grams, making them suitable for daily wear. Qualcomm chipset. The glasses are likely to be powered by a Qualcomm chipset, with an NXP chip potentially serving as an auxiliary processing unit. Battery. A 155 mAh battery has been reported. Android XR platform. The smart glasses will be based on Google's Android XR platform, developed in collaboration with Samsung and Qualcomm. This platform will also support existing Android phone and tablet apps from the Play Store. Release date and price. While Samsung hasn't officially announced a release date or price, reports suggest the XR smart glasses could launch later in 2025 or possibly in 2026. Some reports indicate they might be unveiled alongside Samsung's XR headset, Project Muhan, in late 2025. The price is currently unknown, but it's speculated that Samsung might aim for a more competitive price point than some competitors, by leveraging the connection with Android phones to reduce the need for as many internal components. Competition. The Samsung XR smart glasses aim to compete directly with existing and upcoming smart glasses like the Meta Ray-Ban and potentially future devices from Apple. In summary, the Samsung XR smart glasses appear to be a promising entry into the smart glasses market, focusing on a lightweight design, AI integration through Galaxy AI and potentially Gemini, and features that could make them useful for everyday tasks and communication. The official release date and price are still pending confirmation from Samsung.
Thank you very much, Gemini. Both of those reviews were very extensive. So things to look forward to in terms of how we navigate the world through AI enabled smart glasses. If anybody is using any smart glasses and they'll be interested in sharing again their reviews and their feedback, or if you've come across any other companies that are developing smart glasses for daily wear, like the Meta Ray-Bans, or specifically for the visually impaired in mind, then please do, drop me an email where we can share this on future Talking Tech meetings. So they're just my few updates. Does anybody have anything that they would like to share? Anything that they've come across? Any articles or blogs that they've read? Or you have any questions regarding tech that you would like to know more about?
I've got something, Mark, if I may.
Yeah, go, Keith.
Mandy's recently put on my Android phone facial recognition.
Yes.
And it works okay, but so far I've always had to initially put the pin in. But the idea is, once I'm fully blind, if I go fully blind, to be able to switch the phone on without the pin, just using facial recognition. Is this normal? Because I don't really know much about it.
Yes, absolutely. I use the facial recognition as well as the thumbprint as well. You can have as many credentials and biometrics to secure your device, and it's always good to have more than one. So the pin is always a good fallback, just in case someone else that needs to get to your phone, like Mandy, for example, or in my case, Caroline. But the thumbprint and facial recognition are also good for easy login to certain apps, which would need, either a password password or biometrics such as internet banking or any other apps where your information will be safe and secure. But yes, they are very intuitive. I do know I sometimes have issues with using the facial recognition if I've got sunglasses on my head or something like that. It doesn't like it. But with the Samsung S25 and also the iPhone 16 Pro Max, the facial recognition is really quick and very fast as well. So, but yes, they are normal. Does anyone else have any thoughts about facial recognition and whether you feel it's a safe method to lock your phone? I think no, good. Does anyone have any frustrations or anything that they want to know more about or anything like that? Any tech that people have come across?
Does anybody when you're using an app for finding say bus timetables things, I've been trying to use my bus trip, but it's quite frustrating because it doesn't really it'll give like the bus times going in one direction, but really you want to go the other direction. So I find it quite difficult to use. But does anybody find a particular app useful for things like that?
Does anyone want to chip in? Because there is an app that oh, who was that?
Sorry.
Oh no. So the app that I've actually found that I found actually really useful in terms of finding buses where your bus stop is and how far they are away, whether it's, say, for example, a northbound bus or whether it's a southbound bus, is the WeWalk Smart Cane app. Now, you don't necessarily need, as what I've experienced, because I've actually got the WeWalk Smart Cane. I haven't had a chance to get out on the field with it, but what I have done is used the app and logged in with the app just to have a little, route around to see what it does, because it transcribes a lot of the information from the app to the cane, where that's where you do most of the interaction. But as far as the app works, it can work solely without the cane. And I did try the bus route function, and it told me where my local bus route was, what the street it was on, and it actually told me the next bus was in 31 minutes. So that could be an app that would be worth trying. And I actually downloaded it on the Android, but I do know the WeWalk official app is available on both Android and iPhone. So that could be a
it's worth
possible.
trying. Thank you.
And
Thanks.
it's also got other explore features as well, not just buses. You can find restaurants and cafes, recreation and sports, and it will just give you a list of what the closest is, and it will give you directions on how to get there as well. So
thank you.
it's a good app.
If you want to try out these gadgets, is the best place the sort of site village type things?
Yes, WeWalk were at Site Village in Cardiff because I did have, it was before I got mine, and so I did have a little bit of a rundown on how it worked and everything. But yes, Sight and Sound do often do demonstrations as well with some of the tech that they're affiliated with, like the NOAA by Biped, which is a over the shoulder harness type mobility aid. And they usually are up most site villages. Biped weren't at Cardiff, but they were at London last year. So the next one is in Glasgow next week, and then you've got Birmingham in the beginning of July. Then September there will be at Blackpool, and then in November they will be back in London for a couple of days at a new venue. So
do you find these gadgets will get more expensive as they get better? But obviously when they first come out, they're still improving them, aren't they?
Yeah.
Really?
It's hard to say with some technology. It depends what you want to do with it and how long it's taken to develop. In terms of technology, if it's something that you feel that's going to benefit you in your day-to-day living with sight loss, then it's a way up. Is it going to give me mobility? Is it going to give me independence? And is it overall going to give me freedom? And what is the cost of that? We look at mobile phones of getting more and more expensive because they can do more and more. But we don't think twice about taking out a 36-month contract on a device that could cost anywhere from 12 to £1,500. But we do because it's an everyday essential. You could look at sight loss accessibility equipment such as the Meta Ray-Ban glasses. At the moment, they're priced at around 350 quid. But if they doubled the price, they can do twice as much. Is it that you would look at investing in? It's a very, very personal choice when it comes to technology. But definitely get hands-on with anything that you try. Please try before you buy. It's a great way to find out whether that device is right for you. Otherwise you may be stuck with a device that's not right for you and you forked out the money for it. So definitely anywhere where you can get hands-on, whether it be a local sight loss organisation, open days, sight village, home visits, it's definitely worth. And any questions that anyone's got around technology, please do drop me a line.
Vision Aid are quite good as well.
Yes, yeah, Vision Aid, yeah.
Vision Aid.
Yeah, they're based in London, aren't they? Yeah.
Oh, do they have a shop or something?
Yeah, you can see their equipment online on the website.
Oh, I see.
And they can do home demonstrations on anything, so they can do them for free
right.
at your house.
Gosh, amazing.
Yeah, I can put their details in the follow-up email. Should anyone be interested in next gen devices, and where you can find and where you can try them out.
Can you hear me, Mark?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, good. Does anyone voice activate emails? Because since my last upgrade on my phone, you seem to only get the time to be able to put like one sentence and then it says, shall I send it? If you ask to add to it, it seems to just disappear altogether. So then I have to start again and talk ever so quickly. And I'm finding it quite frustrating that I can't send an email as long as I would like, with as many words as I can get out in the time before it sort of decides it wants to send it.
Has anyone else been experiencing that problem? It's text messages as well, and it's not. Do you use an iPhone or an Android?
An iPhone.
It is something that I think they rolled out. I think it goes back as far as the iOS 17.3, where all of a sudden, and it's exactly the same with text messages. You start writing a text message by voice, and then you're halfway through it, and it will say, "Do you want to send a message?" And Google is exactly the same. I don't know whether they have the voice part of it is only limited to a certain amount of characters. But yes, it is very, very frustrating, and it's something that annoys me because sometimes it could take me up to 4 or 5 attempts to send a text message, because it just wants to send it straight away. Sometimes I've even get 3 words out, and it wants to send it. It's like, no, I don't. So yeah, it is something.
Are they aware of it, Mark?
I think they are, yeah, because I know Apple have got their own accessibility helpline. And it's probably one of the first things that people actually say, because there are no limitations to sending a text message. It just seems to be in the voice. And they have given you workarounds. So instead of using Siri to write an email by saying, I'm not going to say, hey S, write me an email, or hey S, send a text message, what they're saying to you is actually go into your email account or your messaging account and use the dictation button instead to write your email or your text message and send it that way. That's how my brother has used that workaround. It's not ideal, but then when you've got dictation on, it won't cut you off. until you get to obviously when you want to finish it and you want to send it. It's not as quick.
All right.
Yeah.
But then you would have to, so then you would open up your email, and then you have to find the person that you want to send it to by voice activation then.
You can, if you click into the to button, you could just type in the first couple of characters, or you could say, if you know their email address, and it's a lot more manual doing it that way, but it's more the body of the message where you will be able to send it all in its entirety without getting cut off.
Right. Okay. So if you can't see at all and you're relying purely on voice, then it's quite
frustrating. Yes, I totally agree. It is something that I use Siri and I use Gemini all the time, and it is very, very frustrating when the other alternative with both devices, you can actually switch on the keyboard to talk to you. So when you type on a letter, it will tell you what letter you've typed on, to make it a lot easier if you can still type on a keyboard.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, so you can, there are always workarounds. And I've actually got a couple of walkthrough guides that I can share with you all. I'll pop them again into the follow-up email with a few settings and accessibility features you can enable if you are a Samsung user or an Android user, or if you're an iPhone user, and that includes switching on the keyboard as well. And obviously the dictation is very good, I feel, on the iPhone.
Right. Okay. Right. I'm glad I've mentioned it, because it is just since the update really that it's started to happen.
If you're finding it really frustrating, I will actually add the iPhone's or Apple's accessibility helpline, so you can voice your concerns directly to them. You know, they are pretty good, you know, they'll take it on board, but whether it will come out in the next update or the update after that is your guess is as good as mine. But if we don't voice our concerns and our frustrations, then this is how these things don't get fixed. But it's not just iPhones. It's on a Samsung device as well. So, you know, I feel your pain on both devices.
Yes, yeah. I guess the more people that report it, the higher up the list it'll go, won't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So if it's something that's frustrating, you know, the VI community, you know, it definitely frustrates me all the time. So, but yeah, I can add that number in.
Yeah, thank you. I'll give them. I will give them a bell, because I do think, like you rightly said, if they don't know that there's a lot of people out there that use it, it's not top priority.
Yeah, no, that is too true. It's 20 past. You know, we are gonna wrap up the meeting. Does anyone have any final questions regarding tech? I'll just give a couple of things to shout out about Retina UK, what's coming up next week, just a few things, and also our conference as well. So, does anyone have any final questions at all?
Hey, Mark, it's Scott. I'm going to quickly, I probably will lose your voice. I'm hoping you'll hear mine. I use Move It for bus stops, and I can switch directions. And it'll give you all the buses that land at that stop, and the times that like 3, 6, 10 minutes away. And you can reverse directions to get the stops on the other side of the road.
That would be very useful. Thank you.
I'll add that.
Yeah, and it's Move It. There is a premium. I don't use it. I just use the normal one. It says you might get ads. I don't seem to get the ads, so I've never gone to the premium. And I'm not sure what's going on with the emails, because I'm not having problems with a time on dictation.
Which version are you running?
I've just upgraded it, which is probably why I'm having troubles today. I've upgraded to 18.5.
Right. Okay.
But that I haven't had problems at all with anything like that. I know you can reverse your email to the old system, but I'll have to go back and see how. I just learned how to use the new.
Right. Okay.
Excellent. Thanks, Scott.
I can send the information to Mark
Okay.
if I find out how. I'll have to inquire with my tech buddies that have more knowledge of me to see if anyone in Canada's having the same problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Excellent, Scott. Thanks very much for Move It as well. That's one that I forgot. Yeah, so I'll add that one into the follow-up. So thanks very much. Before we go, so next week, my colleague Matt will be doing a webinar regarding the possible changes to PIP, and that is on the 22nd of May, starting from 7 p.m. If you're interested in that, please jump onto our website to register for that webinar. And also, we have a lot of peer support groups coming up. There's a lot to mention. There's quite a few coming up on the 24th. We've got Berkshire on Monday, we've got Belfast, we've got West Midlands, and we've got South Yorkshire as well, all happening on the 24th of May. We've got Tyne and Wear in June, and we also have Manchester on the 31st of May as well. If I've missed any, they're all on our website, so please jump onto the events page if there are any local groups that you're interested in attending. And we also have our creative arts launch, which will be on the 29th as well. So if you've got any creative talents, please come and share them with the group at this new peer support group. Our conference, as I mentioned, MV are going to be there with the booth on Saturday, the 20th of September. For more information, please register your interest. More information regarding the agenda and how the day will proceed will be following very, very soon. So please book your registrations. We would like to see as many people there joining us for our 50th anniversary conference in Regent's Park Holiday Inn, which is not far from Euston and Great Portland tube stations. So I think that is everything from myself. Before I depart you all, I'm going to say a final word or a final word from our sponsors, EMVI. Envy, can you tell me a poem about a visually impaired technology peer support group?
Please wait. In a room where voices softly share, stories of struggles and triumphs rare, guided by touch, guided by sound, in this circle, new hope is found. With each device, technologies embrace. They break the silence, they light the place. From screen readers to apps that talk, together they learn, together they walk. Hands reach out with knowledge to lend, forming a chain where heartbeats blend. In this peer group, strength is sown, where fear fades and courage is grown.
There you go. That's a final departure from our proud sponsors, EMVI of our technology group. So I do hope you have all enjoyed tonight's meeting. Thank you all for joining us. Please, if you can have a tryout of EMVI, it is available on Android and iPhone. Just search emvi.ai in the search browser of your Google Play or the App Store. Give it a try. Let us know what you think. I think it's a fantastic app. I use it for reading stuff straight from the television, like subtitles and any on-screen text that's not transcribed out if you don't have audio description. A lot of old shows don't have AD, so it comes in very, very handy for that. So thank you very, very much. I'm Mark Baxter. A massive thank you to Caroline, who has been supporting on comms. And we will see you all at the next Talking Tech Peer Support Group, which will be in July. And more information will be available on who is going to be speaking and what we're going to be chatting about very soon. So thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you all very soon. Take it easy and goodbye. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
We hope you've enjoyed this Retina UK peer group recording. If you have any questions or queries regarding its content, or you would like to leave us some feedback, then please do get in touch. You can contact us via our helpline on 0300 111 4000, call the office team on 01280 821 334, or alternatively, you can contact us via email at services@retinauk.org.uk. If you are interested in creating your own peer support group and assisting Retina UK to grow our peer support group network and join our amazing team of volunteers, then please do get in touch by contacting us at info@retinauk.org.uk and speak to a member of staff to see how you can get involved. Thanks again for listening, and please stay tuned for more peer support group recordings coming throughout this year. Take care and all the best. Bye for now.